Hello girlfriends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jody and it's great to have you join me again today. And welcome once again to another very gloomy day. We've had some snowfall earlier this week and we're due for another fairly big snowfall, I think tomorrow. So I don't know when the best time is to film, so I'm just doing it when I can. And that's the best I can do. But we are getting into another chat with me. And I've had some things develop this week that I really kind of thought about, and I thought, you know what, I'd like to share with you. So I'm moving some products around here, but we are going to get into my first product. This is Your Curly Girl Flaxseed Agave Curling Styling Soft Hold Custard. And it's been a while since I've used this. I do like this product. I had gotten another product of hers. I want to say it's been a while, but the other product that I had gotten was like a quinoa protein gel. And I really wanted to do a review for everyone here on these products because she's a small business and I like to promote small businesses, and she has really great customer service, but she doesn't have the quinoa protein gel anymore. So I wasn't sure how relevant it would be just to share those two combined. And so right now I'm just going to combine this with some other products in my stash. And I have tried this experiment out before with these products that I'm using. It worked well the one time that I tried it, and I really liked my results. I even did a little reel on it on YouTube. I'm sorry, a little reel on Instagram. But if you want to check that out, I'd appreciate that. That's great. But like I said, I am going to start out with this as my base. This is a soft hold custard. It is very much like kind of reminds me of like a cream gel type consistency. So we're going to get right into this. Actually, first I'm going to add just a smidgen more water. My hair is pretty wet, I will say, but I just feel like my hair styles better, clumps together better when it is pretty wet. Now that does dilute your product sometimes and reduce your hold. So, you know, those are things to consider when you want to consider how long or how wet you want your hair. It also affects your dry time. But I am going in with this. And since I've never showed this product to you before, I am going to kind of give you a close-up on it. So that's what it looks like. And she has several different scents. I have mine in the grapefruit scent, so I just prefer that over like mint. And I think she recently added a new scent to it, or a new scent line. I don't remember what that is, but anyways, so what I wanted to tell you about or talk to you about this chat with me is that I need some more gel, okay? That's not exactly what I had on my mind, though, going in with about that much more. So what I really wanted to talk with you about was, it started out with an activity I did this past weekend. And when I say activity, I don't mean it like I went out and did something fun, exciting, and amazing, but I helped my dad haul wood. And my parents heat with wood heat. And I've done this. This was a chore of mine back when I was young. And I would help Dad. He would do the cutting. I would help haul it from where it was cut up to the truck. And it was something that I really didn't like as a kid. And, you know, it wasn't that fun. I was oftentimes kind of cold. And it took up time away from things that I'd rather be doing. Especially because we did it like on a Saturday morning usually and everything. But anyways, that was in the past. And you know what? I was reflecting on this Saturday when I was hauling the wood, and I have a new perspective. And I've kind of always had this perspective, but I've learned to apply it differently. I hope I'll be able to apply these products and really talk and get everything out that I want to say. But I thought of this as I was hauling the wood Saturday, that this is a very menial job. You know, it's something that needs to be done. My parents need it to maintain the heat of their house, so they need it to be done. But it's a very menial job. It's something that even if I was paid for it, it would be very labor intensive, and most people wouldn't want to do that. It's kind of back-breaking work. And what I want to say about that, I guess, is implying it to other professions. Sometimes what people would consider menial jobs, or things that are low skill or low educational requirements. I'm sorry, I need a paper towel to kind of dab off my hands a little bit. But some of those jobs that people would consider like low skill or low educational requirements, and I feel like oftentimes society looks down on those. And in society doing that, I think oftentimes we set for ourselves the fact that this is an unworthy job. Like, I should strive for better. And there's nothing wrong with striving for better. Don't get me wrong when I'm talking about this. There's nothing wrong with striving for your dream job or a way to make a good living for yourself. But if you're doing a menial job and you're doing it to the best of your ability and you are being able to provide for yourself, then there is nothing wrong with that either, I believe. You should take pride in your work, I feel like, regardless of the status level that job brings along with it. And that's something that I grew up with. That's something that my parents had kind of instilled in me. I don't know if it was so much in words. I believe my parents backed it up with words and everything like that, but that it's just something that they instilled with me as I was growing up. Do each job that you are given to the best of your ability. I'm actually just went in with the Dippity Doo Girls with Curls Gelée. I'm going to brush style this in and we'll keep on talking. Okay, I've kind of smoothed it over with my brush, but I am going to do a little bit of brush style and going to try to continue talking here about this. And I hope my focus and ability to still brush style will be there. But I was saying that it's important, no matter what you do, I feel like, to do it to the best of your ability. It says a lot about your character, and I feel like a lot of our younger generation really needs to hear this message. Maybe not the older generation so much, but even my generation needs to hear this, I feel like, because they don't feel like maybe they should try their best until they're in their career that they really want to pursue. I don't think that's a good perspective. I think you are shorting yourself. I think in the long run, it's damaging to your character and it's damaging to even your ability to succeed in the future, because learning to put your all in the very beginning, whether you like a job or not, I think will push you so much further, even when you get the job that you really, really want. So, all that to say, I've worked my fair share of menial jobs. And when I say, like, I haven't had a ton of different variety of jobs. I've been pretty consistent with what I've done. I've been a waitress for a long time, so I know what that's like to have people consider that maybe like, oh, don't you want to try something else? And I'd be like, no, I really don't. I really do enjoy this. And I felt like I always had to explain myself. Like, people couldn't understand where I was coming from. Like, why would you want to stay in this low-level field? But I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed the customers. I enjoyed getting to see the people. I enjoyed the hustle of it even. And don't get me wrong, it could be chaotic. It could be frustrating at times and everything like that. But I really did enjoy it. And I still miss that to some extent, I will say. But anyways, and then I've gone on to further education. I have a degree in education, actually. And I did my student teaching. The further I got up actually in my education degree, the more I realized this probably wasn't for me, but I really wasn't super career oriented and I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do. I was still working this waitressing job to pay my way through college and everything like that, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And I got through my student teaching, got great reviews, but I was miserable. Every day I told myself, what do I have to do to get through till 3 o'clock? And I thought, I can't make a career of that. In the meantime, like I said, I had loved my waitressing job. And so I stuck with that for quite some time. I was brought up to be very wise with my money and to save. And in doing that, I feel like it had set me up financially. Also, I do acknowledge that I had some help with my parents. They were in a position to be able to help me as I grew up. But I was able to support myself. I was able to get my own place on my waitressing income and purchase a house and save up and even pay that off. Pretty much on my waitressing income. And I am thankful for that. I don't take that lightly. Now, there did come a time where I felt like I was being called to do something else, And so I did move on to another job, the job that I currently have. And I will also say that's kind of, in many ways, not a very glamorous job. I love it. I love the interaction that I get. I will not go into too much detail, but I do love it. But it's not very glamorous. And I do a lot of work that many people would shy away from or turn away from. And so, but it's all in how you look at it. I look at it, and this job that I currently have, that I am being able to help others, I'm being able to serve others. There is a need for it. There's definitely a need for it, more than I can ever give. But if you do it with your whole heart, it makes such a difference in your own perspective, in your own internal feelings, and it makes such a difference for others. The last product I'm going to apply is the Curls Blueberry Bliss. And if you'll remember, I used this line before. Really didn't have very good success. I think the biggest culprit in this line for me was the milk, the hair milk. And I have experimented with this before several other ways. Like I said, I experimented with these 3 products before and did get pretty good results. I was actually pleasantly surprised with them from what I can remember. So I'm going to put this on upside down, scrunch it in some more, and then I am going to do my wet plopping. That's what I'm trying to say. Wet plop for a while. Okay, I struggled getting my wet plop on. I have this part here where some hair is trying to stick out. I've tried shoving it back in, just not working for me. So if this side is messed up, it's probably my fault. So I'm only going to wet plop for probably about 10 minutes, and then I'm diffuse, and I'll be back and I'll show you my final results. Okay, curl friends, I am back. My hair is fully diffused, and I've also wandered around my house a little bit, did a little bit of dusting, just to make sure my hair was fully dry and all that. And so I haven't scratched out the crunch yet. When I was diffusing, I had quite a bit of a cast. I felt like not extensively hard, but it felt like a very full cast, if that makes any sense. And it has softened up a bit, but I can still feel a bit of a cast. Not much of a crunch, just a cast. So I'm going to just scrunch it out with something light. Because I have 3 products already in my hair, I don't want to go in with anything too heavy. So this is probably my lightest oil. It's the Argan Magic Intensive Hair Oil. I've used this before, and I said this before, I got it from TJ Maxx. And I'm just going to go in with about a 1 pump. Yeah, that's all. And I'm going to do this upside down as well. I can still smell the blueberry scent from the mousse I put in, but the other products I do not smell anymore. I really love that blueberry mousse scent anyways, so I'm not mad about that. Okay, my hair has fluffed out pretty nicely. I feel like now I just gotta see how it wants to lay. I have pretty good definition here. I'll show you the underside as well. This is what it's looking like on the underside. No frizzy bits really, I don't feel like. And I told you before, this is like my weaker area, but I have a really nice tight curl here. I kind of want to break it up because it is a little bit bigger than I feel like it needs to be. And it still stayed like a nice curl. So overall, this is pretty good. I like this. Like I said, I did use this once before, but it had been so long that I really don't remember what my results were. I just know I wrote it down that I liked this product combo. So I couldn't remember exactly what I would be getting, but I'm not really surprised by this. Like this Your Curly Girl Soft Hold Custard, this does give me hold, but it is a soft hold, but it's also moisturizing. So that is why I use that as my base. My Dippity Doo gel, that gives me hold. It says light hold. I feel like it's more of a medium I've heard some people say that they feel like this is a hard hold. I'm not sure I would classify it as such, but I do really like that gel. That's one of my favorite gels. This mousse is moisturizing and it does give some hold. So I had to be careful with how much I went with this just because I did not want to overdo it. And I think I did a good job. I think these products all work together very well. And I've already done reviews on the other product lines. I haven't done one on this, and I don't know that I will in the near future because I don't really have like a complete set that you all can purchase. And so I felt like that was like a little Southern come out in me, a little you all, but I don't really have a complete set that you all can purchase. So I really encourage you though to check out Your Curly Girl. She, like I said, is small business and I really like to support that. I think she has fantastic products. I do have one of her scalp oils that I do like to use. I just kind of forget to use it, but I do really like that. So like I said, check her out. I guess I will turn around and just show you the back of my hair. I don't usually do that for these chat with me's, but you're getting a bonus today. Now that I've pretty much wrapped up my thoughts on these products and how they've worked for my hair, how much I love them, I do want to just kind of wrap up the rest of the conversation that we were having earlier. And I've alluded to this before. I don't know if I've actually come out and said this, but I'm a Christian. And so I just wanted to do a few quick Bible verses that kind of tie into what we were talking about before. So in Colossians 3:23, the NIV version says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters." And I definitely believe that is true. And then Luke 16:10, the NIV version I'll read first. It says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much, and whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much." That can be applied to work. It could be applied to many other aspects in your life. I also like the New Living Translation. It says, if you are faithful in little things, you will be faithful in large ones, but if you are dishonest in little things, you'll be dishonest with greater responsibilities. So that's really all I have to say, folks. If you've stuck around for this entire time, I've never done this before, but if you're still here at this point, give me your favorite emoji down below in the comments. Let me know that you're still stuck around. I'd really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. And until I see you again next week, have a great day. Bye.